Greetings, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Divine Frequency Podcast. I'm your host, Amira Alameen. This is my 6th episode. Yay! Glory be to the Most High God. Thank you, Lord God. I'm grateful. So today, I'm excited. I was able to get my hands on her. Tierra will be joining us today. Wait a minute, babe. Moving too fast? Yeah, some of that. Either way, let's get started with the vision for the Divine Frequency Podcast. And before I get into that, I pray everybody's having a wonderful day and all is well with you. And you had a wonderful day if you're watching this on a playback, however it may go. But yes, so the Divine Frequency Podcast is a safe space, right? It is a sacred space. Google defines a sacred space as a place set apart and treated with reverence, often because it's believed to be holy or connected to a higher power. It can be a physical location like a church or a temple, or a more abstract space, such as a state of mind or a moment in time. Essentially, it's a place where one feels a sense of connection, okay, to something greater than themselves, whether that's a deity, a community, or a profound personal experience. My vision for the Divine Frequency Podcast is to help raise the conscious awareness of the collective in the areas of recognizing I am that I am, or what I like to call our I amness, self-love, self-care, healing, yoga, meditation, fasting, detoxes, cleanses, breath work, sound healing. We're talking about food consumption, our natural innate gifts, talents, and abilities, our purpose, our call, our life's work. We're going to talk about superpowers. I believe gratitude is a superpower because it has the power to transform circumstances, which I've experienced in my life personally, okay? We're going to talk about our bodies as a temple, affirmations, positive thinking, overcoming obstacles, creativity, using your creative gifts, skills, and abilities, etc., etc. Welcome to the Divine Frequency Podcast. So, once again, I was led to share something from the book, I Am That I Am, the revised version by Ki Denye, Poems, Affirmations, Thoughts of Reflection. I got this book from Amazon. I ran across it looking for another book, and I had to get it because the title caught my attention, right? So this excerpt is from page 42, and I'll begin reading, okay? I do not consider that what I desire is nearby because even this expectation implicates a sense of separation. It is already here. Anything perceived as limiting, restricting, destructive, or opposing can be redefined as freeing, liberating, restorative, and in alignment with pure consciousness. Any conditions I define are guidelines I choose to mentally, emotionally, or physically operate by. If I can imagine being a certain way that I desire to be, or have a certain thing that I desire to have, the fact that I can imagine it or desire it verifies from my higher self to my human self that I am worthy. I just need to be reminded of or be reawakened to it. I assume that I already am who I want to be. I do not look back on my former way of being or wonder how this way of being or living will disappear and be no more. For if I continue to look back and give attention to it, I am feeding into that old vacated idea, giving it more power to grow more and more. I no longer say to myself, am I really different? Am I really that which I've imagined myself to be? Have I really detached myself from the people, places, and things that are no longer from or a part of that which I have envisioned for myself? Is this or that really true or not true? No, instead, I devote and determine myself to give all of my attention to the assumption that that which I have imagined or envisioned in my mind's eye is already so. Hence, because it is so, I do not have to make it so. It is so. So what I like about this book, which that happened to be like towards the end. Actually, that's a part of the end, the last excerpt in her book. And it has this quote: to be the spiritual mind is to be spirit. To be spirit is to be I am. And I am just is. I am that I am. But I love this book. It really helps to like transform your thinking, to understand the power that really lies within us, because we are I am that I am, okay? It's as though God took himself and put him in each and every one of us, past, present, and future, to experience this earthly life through us and to relate through us with other human beings, okay? And to manifest that divine reality in this realm, okay? So quite honestly, we're just coming to a time where we have to stretch ourselves. We have to evolve. It's time for us to take care of our inner selves, tend to the garden within our hearts and our minds, so that we can begin to walk in this life of abundance, being able to use our gifts, our talents, our abilities freely without restriction, to help build up the kingdom of God, to help one another, to collaborate, you know. Like, we are not just here to work our jobs, our 9-to-5s, and then go home afterwards. There's a lot of work out here to be done. There's a lot of collaboration out here to be done as well. So we just really want to get to the place where we're able to come from outside of ourselves. We're able to come from outside of ourselves and being really focused on what we got going on. And I believe that's able to happen as we begin to heal and work on ourselves. Then we can get to a place where we're able to pour out from ourselves and look around and say, well, who can I help? Who can I help serve? Who can I help to reach a place of freedom in their own personal lives? And that's the place I believe that God is really trying to move us towards. We all have a part to play in this reality that we're living in. We all have something to do. We all bring a piece to the puzzle. And as we begin to awaken to this reality and definitely understanding who we really are, we've been stripped away and lied to for since we've been on this earth, of who we are and the power that we wield for real. You know, we still using terms like I can't, but that's not true. You are a highly capable individual. And a lot of times it's just a matter of us finding out the information we need to find out, or sometimes being in the right place at the right time, meeting the right person. But usually where there's a will, there's definitely a way. That term didn't just come from nowhere. So with that being said, let's use our minds to create the life that we really see for ourselves as living. You know, imagining, visualizing, align our speaking to be in congruent with what we see for ourselves. Our words are powerful. They are spirit and they are life. They actually create our reality. It may not happen overnight, things that we can speak, but it's continuously, as you continue to speak, as though it's like putting meat on bones little by little. So I'm waiting for our guest to come on. And when I see her, I'll bring her in and we can get started with this episode. So this is just the prelude. And I just want us to start thinking about those things that we want to see being manifested in our lives in the next cycle of our lives. We're all on different time trajectories. You know, some of us are in a season of planning. Some of us are in a season of like cultivating. Some of us are in a season of harvesting, you know, so making ready. You know, we're all in different time frames of our lives. And, oh, one moment, please. Let's see. I gotta... So what would be important is to actually realize what season we are actually in our lives and be able to take full advantage of whatever season we are in our lives, right? Because we want to be productive. We want to make the most of our time. But also, we know that there's work to be done out here. There's so many of us still who don't really know who we are, who haven't yet to begin to scratch the surface of finding out about who we are. And it's so important to know who you are, because when you find out and understand who you are, then you can actually begin to do the work that you're meant and called to do that is in alignment with your purpose. When you don't know, that's a lot of times where you can find yourself doing things that's just like beating you down, tearing you down, wearing you out, and you kind of get into the area of where we could be like misusing ourselves and kind of abusing ourselves, you know. And even a lot of times with that, it's like, even in the area of work, I found myself doing a lot of work that just was over laborious. But that was because I really didn't know what I was meant to do or nothing. It was just like I needed a check. And I also didn't want to stretch myself and tighten up skills so that I could get a job that was more in alignment to what I may have wanted to do. So I would just take anything just to get a check coming through. So with that being said, let's take a lot more time out going forward. We're in the last quarter of this year pretty much. So it's like, I believe it's kind of time for us to start to do introspection. Look at how far we've come this year. Look to see what type of goals that we accomplished, that if we had any goals to work on or accomplish for this year, and just take stock, take inventory of our lives. See if there's something that we would like to cut out, and if it's something that we would like to implement, you know. So like I said, I recently began getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning. It was 6 a.m. But then I switched it to 5 a.m. because I really wasn't getting the time I needed in the morning before getting my grandson, helping him get ready for school. And I started getting up an hour earlier, which works perfectly. Might start getting a little sleepy around 2 in the afternoon, but I like to fight through that. And it is a matter of self-love for me. It's not like I'm just really running myself down. But I know that my body needs to get acclimated to being up so early in the morning, and I will start to get sleepy like in the afternoon. And also, hold on, I started thinking about something, excuse me. So I do fight through that urge to go to sleep. Why? Because I want to go to bed early so I can get up early again and start all over again. So this weekend, I woke up at 6 o'clock on Saturday. Well, it was like 6:20. I actually ended up dozing back off. I didn't press snooze. I don't do the snooze anymore. That was something I used to do like back in the day. And it is from hell. It's the button from hell. Either way, I got up around 6:20. And Sunday, which was today, I said I'm sleeping in because I just felt like I needed more rest. So I slept in until like 7 something, close to 8 o'clock. And I needed that rest. You know, So it's like, that's a change that I've implemented recently. I just recently began going on intermittent fasting. So this was my first week with doing that. I have a feeding window from the hours of 1 in the afternoon till 7 in the evening. I wanted to do 2 to 8, but those hours don't really work well for me. So I said 1 to 7 would be good. And that's what I've been doing. So grateful for that, because fasting has such benefits to it that I love to partake in, for one, because I know it's going to help me get my weight to where I desire it to be, for one. Okay. But then also fasting, it cleanses the body. It gives you mental clarity. It gives your body time, and it like helps your body to do the work that needs to be done as far as like cell repair and all that type of inner healing. So I don't mind fasting. And I haven't been doing it long enough to see how long, like see any results from it. But within about 3 more weeks, we'll see where we are, okay? So, like I said, we're nearing the end of the year. Fall season is coming in. So, fall, things are dying off, falling off, and that to me is representative of, it may be a season for us to begin to release things in our lives that no longer serve us. And in order to do that, we have to cut ties. We have to let things go. Excuse me. And the purpose for this is to help bring in the new. That's why we have fall, then winter, where things die. It's still, it's quiet, it's cold in most places. You know what I'm saying? Everything is peaceful. Hold on. Okay. That's to prepare for the spring. The spring where there's new life, new birth. Technically, springtime is the beginning of the year. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, okay? It leads off the zodiac, but Aries season begins in March, okay? Towards the end of March, early April. But with that being said, that is the beginning of the year. Technically it is. But, they say January is, we'll go with that. It's no problem for real, But new things begin to take shape and are brought to life in the springtime. You begin to give birth to new ideas. New things can come into your life. But sometimes our natural lives line up with the what's going on in the natural realm as far as like the seasons, but sometimes not, because a person could be coming into a springtime in their life when it's winter, So those are just like symbolism. Okay, we may be in alignment with those times of the year though. But it just brings me back to looking at this time of year as being fall, nearing the last quarter of the year. Let's start to begin to take stock, take inventory of our lives and see where we are. Are we on track for accomplishing some of the goals and the things that we set forth for ourselves? Some of us do it at the beginning of the year. Some of us do it whenever you feel the call to, or a pull to do it. Like, it don't necessarily have to be the beginning of a year to start something new. You go with the flow, right? So I'm just encouraging myself and all of us to see where we are. What would we like to accomplish between now and the end of the year? Okay? I just have a sense that a lot of us really should begin implementing some new things in our lives. That's definitely what I feel. So our guest seems to be running a little late. I not too long ago spoke to her. I sent her a message, but I just sent her an invite, so hopefully she'll see it and she's able to come on in. I didn't really prepare a message today because I literally just messaged her and she responded. So I'm just going with the flow right now, which is good. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? It helps stretch me and helps me to grow as a person, right? So yeah. So what changes would you like to implement for yourself coming into the close of the year? You know, maybe we want to start incorporating some type of physical fitness regimen into our week. Maybe we want to tighten up something in regards to our diet. I have been incorporating more fruits into my diet. I don't know. It's just like I've been really hungry for more fruits. And then we're coming out of the season where where things like watermelon and all that will be in season. So I don't know. I'm trying to get as much watermelon as I can in because I absolutely adore watermelon. And yeah, I'm gonna have to Google and see how long does it stay in season, because that's when you get the most nutrients from fruit and when they tend to taste the best when they're in season, right? But some stores do sell them like year round and you're able to find them, but they may not taste the sweetest, quite honestly. So above all, let's remember to show ourselves self-love. Let's remember to be gentle with ourselves, to be compassionate with ourselves, because Whitney Houston said it best. And it's amazing how, I don't know, this song has just really been like sticking with me lately. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. And a lot of times, even if you have, okay, here's our guest. Thank you. Yo. What's up, Tierra?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, how you feeling?
And I'm good, man. I'm a little late, but I'm good.
You
How
here.
about you?
That's what matters. I'm well. So, listen. Your eyes looking crazy because you had you a good time last night, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, look at my cat. Okay, guys, first of all, this is our guest, Tierra, which I'm sure a lot of people is familiar with her because she is a social media sensation at this time. I'm so proud of her. So I like to say how I know my guests, right? Where I met them from. I met her when we were little kids. Like, we're cousins. We're first cousins. Our mom, dad, and her mom are brothers and sisters. So been knowing Tierra for all our lives. And we recently reconnected last year after not seeing each other for probably over 20 years. And stop it. So yes, this is my first cousin, and she got the face card to match this beautiful, creative spirit she has. She come a long way, guys. Are you still in Houston, Texas?
No, I'm in Georgia right now.
Okay, you're in Georgia. So
Yeah.
tell me, how did it go last night? You were at Level in Texas?
No, Friday I was in Level. Last night I was at Per Se in Douglasville. And
Okay, how did that go? They showed you a lot of love, huh?
Man, I'm just getting up. Like I got videos and pictures. I gotta go through everything. But yeah, most definitely.
That's so wonderful.
That's
That's wonderful.
a good time though. Had a good time.
Yeah, yeah. That's excellent. So Tierra, let's get into it. I don't want to keep you long. I know you're busy, a busy person, but look, tell me, where did you grow up? What city? Where did you grow up? How was your life as a kid? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm surprised because you were just always so quiet. You can't judge a book by a cover. Tierra barely spoke. From what I can remember, like she barely spoke. Now she's a rapper. She's doing comedy. She has so much going on right now. So tell me, what was those early years like for you? Where did you grow up, Tierra?
Okay, so a lot of people might not know, but I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland, Ohio. Three siblings, three brothers. Probably to why I just grew up throwing the football. I had three brothers. It was nice. It was nice growing up. Like I remember, you say you don't remember. I remember very detailed about me growing up. Like everything was good. I was
Yeah,
quiet. I
yeah,
was. I didn't have a lot of friends because of that. You know. But yeah, most definitely. I just now I'm here in Georgia, but just growing up, man, I was real quiet. I was real shy.
yeah. You was real shy. So
Yeah,
when did you realize that you had? First of all, tell me what was the first thing you discovered about yourself in the area of creativity? Did you say, "Mom, Dad, can you buy me a keyboard or a microphone"? What was the first thing you started doing?
well, well, my mother had bought me. I remember her buying me a keyboard for Christmas and like a karaoke with a microphone. Like early on, I remember that. But I really never said nothing. Like only thing I can think about at the time, for them doing that is probably because parents they sit back and they watch their kids. I was big with music. I was big at in music. Like at 8 years old, I want to sex you up. Didn't know what I was talking about.
Right,
8 years. You remember 8 years old? Them songs, you just everybody listening to around you.
right.
You just catch on to a good beat, a good melody. You know what I'm saying? And just a good hook as a
Yeah.
kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe interested in music. So I guess they would just, and I would just ask for CDs, whoever album was dropping, like for my for Christmas and all that. So they knew I like music. So pretty much that was just early on. Like I guess they were just paying attention to the things I like. I didn't want to play with Barbie.
You didn't.
I didn't want to play with Barbie again. I wanted some music. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But they bought me a keyboard and a karaoke machine with a microphone. Yeah.
Wow. So when you got the keyboard, karaoke machine, microphone, did you start rapping or did you start singing? Did you ever sing or was it just always been rapping? Because I know your oldest brother was into rapping. Was that something you got, I mean, how did you get into making your own was you able to record back then?
Well, with a keyboard, um, I discovered I like to make like the beats, like I
Mm-hmm.
like the beat, the melody, like the beat and all that. So that's what I was doing on the keyboard, and I kind of fell in love with that. But as far as like rapping, I don't, I don't know. I did one song one time, a lot of good feedback on it. Like a lot of people. I did. Now this was the people saying. It was the people saying. I'm assuming that a lot of stuff I do that I wind up being successful on, I don't put too much effort in. I
Oh,
don't try hard.
yeah.
I don't think too long. I don't let it stress me out. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to repeat. You know what I'm saying? Whatever come out my mouth, I let it go. I usually let it go. Um, that be the most organic moment for me.
Yeah.
If somebody, a lot of rapping kind of started out with people wanted they hear little snippets of what I can do and they need to get on the song. Now, I got nervous the first time I got on somebody's song because they They wanted a whole 16 from me, and I'm like, I don't think I can deliver a whole 16. Like I can say a few words, but then it just came right off my tongue naturally, and
What?
everybody was like, man, you needed to do something, and I'm like, nah, I do it for you, but I ain't really like into like, like now I ain't really into like just making a whole CD or none of that.
Yeah. So listen, you grew up, you had your family, and when did you know that you wanted to start getting on? Like, you started off with TikTok. Did you start on TikTok with making videos, or did you start on YouTube?
I started on Instagram.
Oh, on Instagram. So, what was your first? What was the first thing you started out on Instagram? Where you was like, did you drop a rap? Did you drop? Did you do a skit? What was the first thing you did on Instagram?
Well, on Instagram, I'm first gonna tell you what took me to Instagram because I wasn't a social media person. Like I really wasn't following nobody. Really wasn't, tapped into it. I really wasn't in my phone. So I'm sorry. So somebody had showed me a funny video of Country Wayne, and it was a skit. It was like a 3 minute skit, like, and I'm just sitting back like this, and I'm like, hey, been seeing his face over a little bit, over online a little bit. So I was just looking. Then I took heed of what's going on. I seen he had like skits and like episodes of series, like
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, that ain't just different. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I was like, I wonder if I can get online and do something like this, like, because he seemed naturally funny. I felt like I felt like this man just did his stuff and he got me rolling. So I
Yes.
was through it. So people around me would tell me I'm funny, but that was people around me. I thought my people really was hyping me up. I didn't think it would ever go farther than just the people that was around me. But so I got on Instagram and I was nitpicking and doing my little thing, my little videos or whatever, and I was losing focus because I really wasn't getting any likes or I didn't understand like it's not gonna happen overnight. Like you got
Okay.
to, and it can take years. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted it now. Like damn. So I I kept going. Numbers started growing. I didn't stop. Then I went viral on Instagram. That's when I knew I had something going on. That's when I knew it. When I went viral on Instagram.
Wow. Now, how many years ago was this when you first got on Instagram?
I got on Instagram about maybe 4 years ago, but I went viral 2 years ago.
Oh, so you was putting in that work back in. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's a good point because I think a lot of people can even look at you today and just be like, "Oh, Tierra and Blue, you did blow up." But I'm saying you was putting in that work. You know what I'm saying? And then when I reconnected with you last year, which we often go back to because it almost seemed like just yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And then, next thing I know, you had March Madness going on this March where you was dropping them bombs like throughout the day.
You remember that?
And
You remember that?
yeah, throughout the day in March. I'm like, cuz getting it in. You know what I'm saying? You just went crazy on them. I was like, oh my gosh. I think we went to a point where it's just like, it's just go time. It's like you just got this drive inside of you. But what happened that made you go all in like you did this past March, where you just like it's a wrap? I'm about to kill it. You know what I'm saying? What pushed you to do that?
Well, I've been having some things going on that's been kind of like distracting me. Just life, just things distracting me, kind of taking my focus off of doing content. But March Madness was, I pretty much was like, you know what? I put my content first.
Mm-hmm.
I put it first because I had too many ideas I was sitting on. I had too many ideas in my notepad on my iPhone that was just looking back at the dates. I'm like, I write stuff down on ideas. I don't want to forget. Like I might get to it 4 weeks later, and I might just be strolling and today a good day to do this video idea. So I kind of hold on, looking back on my phone, like I got a lot of content, like and I was just distracted on doing my content because life. But I was just like, I got to do this. Like, I always put pressure on myself about stuff, and I always question myself, like, um, I don't want to be sitting back telling the story to my grandkids. And I'm saying, this is what I wanted to do, but I didn't do it. And I wonder what would have happened if I stepped out and did it. I'm
Yeah.
real big on, I wonder what would have happened. Now I know when I stepped out what happened, but I didn't want to guess it at an older age. Like, damn, I wonder if I would have put a little more effort into it, would it would have popped off? Like, you know,
Right.
so big on that, like, I don't want to beat myself up. I didn't want to beat myself up about it. So I was like, I'm gonna try this. And I honestly said, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna in. And I said, if this ain't for me, it ain't for me. But I'm gonna have to say that I gave it 1,000. At the moment I could say I'm giving it 1,000%. I'm gonna have to be like, I gave it all I had and it ain't for me. So I gave it all I had. I lost sleep. I put time in, dropping videos. I don't care how many times a day. I didn't care about flooding nobody's timeline. I
I
didn't
know
care
that's right.
about. I didn't care what nobody had to say about me. I just didn't care. So to me, I gave it 1,000% on top of working 12-hour shifts. I'm driving to places just to get content. Like I said, I'm losing sleep. I'm spending money on food, doing food reviews. I'm buying food. Like so. I gave it 1,000%, and when I just and the results were good at the moment, and I just feel like I had something. I had somebody to sit.
So listen, cuz tell me, because you know what I feel like? I feel like we all have our own personal demons. Like things, thoughts that linger in our minds that try to keep us and hold us back from reaching our goals. Because our mind is just made up to keep us in our comfort zones. Like you just was speaking about. I didn't want to one day have to tell my grandchildren, yeah, almost could have been, who want to really say that? Plus, you can open the door for one of the people in your lineage, somebody in your family. Well, grandma did that or whatever. She opened the door for that. I can do it too. She made a way for me. She walked so I can run type of thing. So tell us any type of internal battles you may have had to overcome. Like for me, having a gap had always been a challenge for me. But eventually I embraced it and I didn't want to close it because I'm like, this is my birthmark, this is a beauty mark. God gave me this. And it run in our family as well. But not just that, it's just like this can be an asset for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to. So anything that you had to overcome as far as your thinking, or maybe it was something where you felt like life gave you lemons and you was like, hold on, this is really a blessing in disguise. Let me go on and switch it up on them and use it for my benefit. Because sometimes when I go live, I talk to people about this. Like, God ain't allowed us to go through stuff for no reason. It may just be a blessing in disguise, but you ain't just might not be able to see it with just plain sight. Might have to just be creative with it or think about how can I use this for my benefit. So do you mind sharing with us any thoughts you may have had? Maybe you had, some type of low self-esteem. I don't know. Anything like that you can let people know that they can overcome any type of challenge or obstacles and reach their goal.
One thing I had to overcome was, like what we mentioned earlier, was just being quiet, even as an adult. Like I'm still like, well, not lately, but I'm still like the shell, quiet shell in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like I can be in a room and, 30 people, and I'm saying, I'm often by myself. You know what I'm saying? I had to overcome that most definitely. I think that I used to be so. I'm gonna be real. I think I used to be so quiet in school. I feel like a lot of people probably thought something wrong with me. I was real quiet. Like I used to never went to like a prom or school anything
And
involved.
social gatherings.
I don't think it was more like being around a crowd of people. I don't think it had nothing to do with the crowd or just being around people. It was just me, just quiet. I had to most definitely overcome that. I've been dealing with that my whole life. I Early on I realized that what I'm saying, like I can have more friends if I get out there and what I'm saying, laugh and talk more. But You know, I'm laid back with it now. But another thing I had to overcome was probably just thinking I'm not good enough.
Oh, okay. That's a
I'm not
big one.
good enough. Like I come up with an idea or something, and then I'll be like, no, no, that ain't. You know, I don't. You know, like that ain't good enough.
Or okay, did you ever worry about what people would think about anything? Like people gonna say this or people gonna think that. I better not do this or I better not do that.
Better not do this, better not do that. It's most definitely something like to this day that I carry with me because I'm in a community. You know, I try to. I know everybody don't want to see that. You know, I want all the support. I want kids. I want teenagers. You know what I'm saying? I want grandparents, aunts, uncles. I want a family friendly platform. You know, so I have to watch what I do and what I say. And as far as me being in like the community, I'm I'm figuring out. I'm learning my audience right now, and I want the newer audience to come in too. I just want content for everybody. So I most definitely I care about what people say to a certain extent.
Okay.
I'm not gonna turn my whole platform into, you know, something that a lot of people don't want to see. I even got videos of of my captions is like when your man get out of something when your man get out of jail or something. I put a little stuff in there. I try to be versatile in everything I do. You know, so I'm gonna definitely but I'm gonna definitely over that part though. You
Okay. Yeah. You all in now. So
know,
so
and I'm still careful on what I say. Like it's some content. Some people bought content from me that I will never do. You know,
okay.
for one, it has to be me. It has to be me. Like I've had a brand deal reach out to me. I really ain't spoke on it, but if I was to speak on somebody, they're like, girl, money, money. I ain't no position to turn nobody down, you know, but it has to fit me.
Right.
Anything I do has to fit me. Like I don't want to be forced or I don't want to do something I have no idea. I don't want to have to learn about what I'm doing. I need to know it. Like it needs to be a part of my life,
Yeah.
you know. So like I'm real big on just just the organic version of me. So
Oh,
nothing about I'll see on social media. Like the captions, the look, all that's real. Everything
the
real.
eye blinking is real.
All that's real. Like,
Ah!
real. That's me. That's me before social media. That's something that started with me when like I know you on that BS. I know it. But I'm gonna do this for you, but I know you on that BS. Like it's up to you to mess this up. You can mess the friendship up. You know what I'm saying? That's that BS look. So I took a real look that I really give people. I give it to them all day long. I've been doing it. And people want to tell me that face right there is gonna get you somewhere. And that's just me. That's just me. And I like being organic. I don't have to practice. I don't have to study. You know, I don't have to mimic. I don't have to do none of that. It just rolls off my tongue.
Wow, that's a gift. That's when you know you're gifted at something. That's awesome. It's amazing. So, where do you see where do you see yourself going for the rest of the year? Before you got on, I was speaking about how we're nearing, the close of the year. We're heading to the last quarter. What do you hope to see yourself accomplish? What do you hope to see yourself accomplish by the end of the year this year?
Um, I got a couple of goals. I think the biggest goal for me right now, I feel like I'm overworking myself for this goal. Um,
Mhm.
I at least will hope that I got by the end of the year. I will at least hope that I got like 500,000 TikTok. That's one of my goals,
Okay.
and I'm almost halfway there. Um, and I like acting. I
You
like
like acting?
acting. I've done a few things for a casting agency. I will hope to. I'm applying for things as we speak. I will hope to land an acting role somewhere, something that fits me. Just, I don't want to be thrown in anything
Yeah.
that fits me. Um, I would just hope, just more wiser on what I got on and just more knowledge because all I knew how to do was be myself, hit the record button, and upload.
Wow.
I'm learning the business side of this, and I'm thinking like I didn't even think it was the business side that hard. And things are very challenging right now for me because it's a lot on the other side behind the camera. You know, trying to stay active. I am staying active on every platform. Name every platform you can name. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, being monetized, and I'm working on Snapchat, but being nearly monetized on every platform. Trying to stay the face of the platform, trying to post every day, sometimes twice a day on every platform, in 12-hour shifts, and
So you still working 12-hour shifts?
yeah, I'm still working.
You like the hardest working woman in America. I didn't know you still. I thought you left that job alone.
No, and then I work third shift at that, and then to get right, and to get off and try to,
I used to work that shift at Amazon from 6 p.m. to 6 in the morning, third shift
uh,
for over a year.
it's it's been 9 years for me, but I
Woo!
a lot traveling, doing podcasts, I'm having to be up at a certain time to do this, do that. I don't, you know, just a lot of trips coming up, and I work every other weekend. I'm off every other weekend. So the way I got things set up is my off weekends from work, I'm still somewhere else working.
Dang.
I got a lot going on, but to me, the overall goal is to just keep going. By the end of the month of January the 1st, I just want to be more knowledgeable to what I got going on.
Yeah.
I want to say I did it. So
And it's amazing. Look at Uncle Howard watching. It's amazing that you still have time for your family. Family is big for you. Tell me why a family is so important. What's up with that? Like you just mom, grandmother. I don't know. What your grandchildren? What your grandson call you?
we working on that. He called me TC.
Okay, TT. Okay. Why is family so important to you, Tierra?
Yes, most definitely. Yes. And y'all will probably see my kids. My adult kids, and my daughter. She's 16. Like she's the only one home right now. Well, living at home. Everybody else is pretty much grown. And she'll be joining me on a lot of videos in the future. But they never been into. Sometimes I'm like, I don't even think I'm y'all mama. Y'all
Yeah.
talk the camera like I do, but I'm not throwing the camera in their face. Like I'm waiting. They most definitely see what's going on, and they be giving me ideas and stuff. But I'm real big on family because that's all we got. At the end of the day, that's all we got. That is all we got. Like
That's true.
big on family. Like I just left Maryland, went to my grandson's birthday. All my kids was up there. We was all together at the same time. It felt good. I wasn't ready. I didn't want to come back, but I really enjoyed myself. So I'm trying to work on a trip right now for kids for like winter, like go to Colorado or something. And snow don't come to Georgia. So I think that I'm able to go to the snow this year. So
Hmm.
I'm trying to get my kids together so we can book a snow trip and just have fun.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
So
Wow.
yeah, I'm real big on family. Most definitely big on family because they don't see you, don't mean they ain't there. Like
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Cause I'm like seeing you, with your family, and then now just finding out that you still work 12-hour shift job, third shift. And I tell people third shift hit different, don't it, Tierra? It,
I don't know what's going on right now, but like when you first start third shift, you be fighting for your life trying to adjust. It's like I've been working 9 years. It's like I
yeah,
adjusted, and it's like now it's like I'm unadjusted. I'm like I'm always sleeping. Why am I always tired? Like it's hard for me to. It's on third shift. I've been thinking about first, but now that will most definitely take a lot of my time. from what I got going on. But I'm just it's hard. It's hard right now. I don't know what's going on.
So I got a question. Forgive me if you didn't spoke about it on the live before, because I can't keep up with you. I'm gonna be the first to tell you I can't keep up with you because I do my own things as well. I recently started doing because I'm a spiritual advisor as well, so I do live work now on YouTube on one of my channels, and then I'm like, where did the idea for using Tamar Braxton snippet from her song? Where did that come from? Where did that idea come from? Tell me the whole thing behind you moving too fast. Why? Why are you looking like that?
All right. So I mean, it really.
You talked about it already?
I don't think I have.
Okay.
I think a lot of people ask me that though, but I haven't went into details.
Oh, so you ain't don't nobody know where it come from. Okay, well if you don't want to talk about it, I respect that. But I'm like, what made her come up with that idea? Because it's like you didn't just every time I hear it, I'm gonna think about you now. That's gonna be the whole thing, even when it's over with. The trend fade out.
Before I answer your question, I'm gonna say this. Somebody in the comments on my live one day, it might have been on the video or on my live, they said one thing, they said something that stood out to me. And I'm looking at the name like this person know me, but what they said was, they was like, yo, you done made this the number one breakup song for 2025. And I'm like, there was a line.
Oh, wait a minute.
I really just never spoke on it. But the idea of that song, I did a video on TikTok. And I was sitting in a car. And the caption of the video, I can't remember, but it was related to my series, I Should Have Cheated series, from divorcing or separation from my ex-wife. And I know it was when you just met somebody and they already asking you, can I ask you, I need a favor or something. So it kind of went back to the beginning of when I kind of met her or whatever. But when I did that, it felt so real.
Wow.
It brought a lot of emotions to me that I really didn't think I had, or I was just trying to shape, you know what I'm saying? And that song didn't go up. It really didn't go up, but it did. It got some views. And I said, okay, let me use this song again, but let me take these emotions away from it. Because it was tapping into my breakup a little bit. Let me bring out the comedy side of it and just try to make everybody laugh, or just to switch up the vibe a little bit. So can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So the second video I did with that song, I wanted my face, I made it clear to the camera guy, it's all about my face. Just keep the camera on my face. And I just want to switch it up and just let people see the real me. You know what I'm saying? The first video I did was, a lot of people may not know, but the first video I did, was me. I feel like I was venting in the video.
You feel like you was what?
I feel like I was venting through a video.
Okay.
I just wanted to be happy. I just want to bring positive energy to the platform. So I switched it up and I started doing my face. And that video went. And one thing I messed up on is when I went viral on Instagram. I was manifesting going viral. I'm really big on writing stuff down. I was manifesting every day. I was doing it 3 in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times at night.
The 3-6-9 method.
I will wake up, I would set my alarm, getting off work 7 o'clock in the morning. Before I didn't want nobody to see me doing it. I didn't want nobody around me. I don't want nobody to walk in the room and talk to me and disturb me while I'm doing it. I just want to be at peace of mind while I was doing it. So every morning when I got home off of work, before I come in the house, I write it down. you know. And even if I'm off work, I would get up, I would go somewhere by myself, and I write it down. And I make sure I did and I kept time I did it, dates I did it, and I kept page. I kept the mood I was in when I like whatever mood I'm in. Like I'm feeling good today, you know. Wasn't nothing crazy going on in my life, but I knew in my soul I felt like hey, I'm gonna look back on this. And I still got it. Look at the dates, and I just want to know what type of mood I was in this day. You know, so I date, time, moods, and I write it down. And on the 19th day, I went viral.
Whoa, wait a minute, wait a minute. So,
When I seen how it was, that became a part of my life. But doing my research, on the 369, you know, you got to write down clear exactly what you want.
I tried the 369 before. I might try it again because this time I've been asking, well, trying to manifest for a while. I want my stuff. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do the 369. Did you take any time to visualize with it or what?
Yeah, but see, I'm gonna tell you this, like I used to have little dreams and everything, but this may sound weird to a lot of people, but you got to live in that moment of
You
whatever.
do.
You
Oh,
got
I
to live.
know about some manifestation. I've manifested some things too, and making it real is important. Feeling the feeling, hearing the sound, smelling stuff.
You got to, and I ain't saying go out here and buy this big ass house you can't afford, or this car, or these designer clothes, or anything. But as far when I say living in the moment of just wanting to go viral and being this internet sensation, I already had it in my mind. I was this big internet influencer. The world just ain't found me yet. It
Ooh,
found me yet.
fire, baby.
I was working like I had to work like I've already had a million followers. Like
Dang.
get up, I'm finna do this, I'm finna reach out to influencers. A lot of influencers didn't reach they didn't reach back, and I was willing to pay. They didn't reach back, but I just found out a lot of big influencers follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and it's much easier for me to reach out to somebody right now. Like so I will definitely see the difference. Like, but you got to live in the moment. Like I felt I was an influencer. I moved like I was, you know, I set my alarm, got up, I had stuff to stick to. A lot of people didn't know it, but I'm dropping a video at 1 o'clock today. I just got off work. I need to make sure I'm up at 12 o'clock, get myself together, and drop this video. Like I moved like I was an influence. I even put it in my mind where I'm gonna be at. Like I want to get this condo, and I still want to in Atlanta, and I want to have like this content house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we still got a house here, but I just want to have this condo in Atlanta with this view. All I can think about is I'm just gonna build the content with that, like, and just to get away. I'm real big on getting away and just, you know what I'm saying, just resetting. You know, and that's something else I'm working on. I'm working on doing my own series, bringing my own series to the
Yes.
platform.
Thanks for letting us know what you're working on. Because,
Yes,
that's some people
most
don't
definitely.
share when they got stuff like that going on, but it gives your fans something to look forward to.
Yes,
That's going because when I look at you, T, I look at you as like how Country Wayne started out, how he just was dropping them bombs, and then you got it's another young man, D something. He recently was in Atlanta, or he's going to be here soon. Another young brother, dark skinned dude, do comedy. They just started out where you started out at. Now they can get anywhere. They can go anywhere they want. They can be anybody would have them on their anything, because they've just blown up. And it's just like you got
yes.
a story to tell. You have overcome obstacles. You're a multifaceted creator, which is amazing. And keep going. It was nice meeting you too. Oh, okay. I see you got a lot of fans here too.
Oh, my one thing my family do, they gonna show off for me.
I love it. Thank you, fan, because they gave some stars. Yes, thank you. Appreciate you. Um, what?
Let me tell y'all a little bit about the series. Not much because I'm writing things out, but the series is most likely going to be about just my life after marriage, my life after divorce, but all good. I'm bringing the funny side, the real funny side out of me. You know, all videos gonna be 3 minutes, a little 3 minutes. So I'm really, really letting the world like tap into my life. You know, a lot of people probably trying to want next for me, how I'm healing, how my healing journey going, how's life, am I okay mentally, physically, emotionally. A lot of people just and content is truly healing me. Content is truly healing me. I've tried to do skits like episodes, but it really didn't work for me because I was a one man show. I needed more people and I couldn't get people. Like, but now I feel like God is opening the doors for me to really do what I want to do. And I'm like, I just want to do episodes. But now the episodes will be completely different. It'll be about my life. Just like little skits like trying to step into the date world again, you know, and just healing, but funny.
Yeah,
I can turn any situation into, baby, look, we can be at a funeral. I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm
that's
gonna
an
make you
amazing gift.
I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna
Because
make you
laughter is medicine.
it is to me. It's man, it's medicine to my soul. Like a lot of people say, keep on what I'm doing. We love you. You make me laugh. You so funny. You helping me get through my situation. I heard it all. But at the end of the day, like y'all don't know what y'all do to me. Like this is helping me out so much. Every day is a new day for me. It's a new beginning, and it is better than yesterday. Every day gets better for me. Like this content going away is going, and all the support is helping me out so much. I swear, I appreciate everything.
Well, thank you for touching on that about healing and how it's benefiting you and helping you. I appreciate the transparency because people need to hear that. You know, we live in real lives. We're human beings. We go through trials, tribulations. We experience some real hard blows. But for me, you are just such a awesome story because you did not stop. Like you didn't take a month off, 2 months off to get your head together, wrap your head around it. One of the things I like to say is you don't have to wait until something change or something. Like take it, bring it with you. Just hey, you coming with me, pain, or whatever the situation, you got to come with me because I'm going. I'm on the move, and you've done that. And I think that's like not easy to do, Tierra. You're such a strong young woman, such an
Hard.
inspiration.
It's hard. I swear it's hard.
It's hard.
It's like any other human. Um, you know, I got feelings. I got a lot of emotions going on. So when it still have moments when I put my phone, when I upload a video and get all them likes and views. I put my phone. I still have my moment. And I have to think like you should be one of the happiest people in the world right now. But what I'm saying, I still have the moments. They're not as bad. I say every day they get easier, but I bounce back real quick. I bounce back quick. I bounce, but I'm not scared to say that. Like I still have my. I honestly feel like if I have my moments because I put my all into that. When you love somebody, it just don't go away overnight.
Yeah.
You're forced to stop loving somebody. Some people may be able to just stop and quit. But when you really love somebody and somebody you planned your whole life with, and the breakup kind of happens like fast, don't even give you time to get off this person, and now you're forced to get off this person because you don't want that in your life no more, like type of stuff. So, um, yeah, when I put my phone down, I go through it, but it gets a lot better. Like fans keep me uplifted. They keep me going. Like I can't stop. If I stop, I can't stop. I can't stop. It's
Man, you just getting started.
just the beginning. It's just the beginning. I got a long way to go. I got a lot of stuff planned. A lot. I got stuff planned that I'm gonna do.
It's amazing. You definitely inspire me to, continue to pursue my dreams. My dreams just became more clear as I healed from a lot of, traumas, pain from childhood stuff going on. So my goals became a lot clearer for my life, but you're definitely an inspiration. Um, to close out though, do you have a message you would like to give to anybody who may be watching, anybody who may watch, to young people, to anyone? It could be about anything, Tierra. Do you have anything uplifting, motivating, or anything to say to people about? My main thing is we all have something inside of us that we can use. We've been given. And it's up to us to discover it, A, and B, to actually use it when we do discover it. So it's not going to be easy. It's not always going to be easy for everybody. But if you have anything to share with somebody to just help lighten the load, the burden, inspire, motivate, something, you just close us out with something wonderful. Somebody.
Yeah, most definitely. To all my people, whether you're a man or a woman, like, yeah, I hope things get better for you because heartbreak ain't easy on nobody. Heartbreak is not easy. A lot of people, some people take it hard, some people take it light, but going through, yes, as old as I am, I my first one. Like I never gave a damn about nothing, like as far as nobody, So this was my first one. I never say I had a heartbreak before. I never did. Like I was breaking heart. I never said heartbreak before, but I know how it feels. So if anybody going through it, man, y'all keep y'all head up, do whatever you got to do to stay motivated, stay strong, and just move on with life. Just move on to positive things. Do whatever you got to do to get that person out your, whatever the situation is, out of your head. Stay away from people that associate with them. You just keep your circle small. If you don't have a circle, just keep your circle tight. Don't let nobody in. Stay motivated. And for anybody that wants to like do content, you gotta stay consistent. Stay consistent. Don't let nobody. I see you, Terry. Don't let nobody water down your dreams. Don't let anybody make you feel like you're not worth it. It ain't for you. But that sounds good. But if I was you, I would like that. Don't let nobody try to put you on your show. Stay consistent. Be the real you, the most organic version of you, and just stay motivated. Just keep your head up. Keep on your day coming. When you find your niche will find you, and here come your audience, and that's it. That's it. Just stay consistent. Consistency is number one. Like with content, you gotta stay consistent. Like I was consistent, not consistent, not. It's like I was saying, what I'm saying, I was on a roller coaster with it. But the minute I put my foot down and I did it, it blew up. So I just want to say to anybody, if it happened to me, it can happen to you. It can happen to you most definitely. Like, don't think you too small in this big world. You are somebody, for real. You are somebody. And I made a post back in April, and I was kind of like in and out with content. I made a post because, like I said, I'm real big on writing stuff down. Write it down. Like, try something different. Write your life down and what you want, and make it real clear exactly what you want. Don't small write it because you
I know that's right.
ain't big. If you want to go viral and you want a million followers and you want a certain amount of money out of it, put that exactly down on your piece of paper. Don't say I want to go viral when you're thinking all this other stuff coming with it. Just exactly put that, exactly make it clear, and just try that if you never done it. And, let it work for you, and just do your thing.
Wow.
Pretty much. Like, and I wrote down Twitter. I did a post back in April. I said, one day, the world will know my name, and I will be getting paid to travel the world, and I put on there, remember the date. I was dry, April. I was dry. It wasn't one of my. I wasn't viral on nothing. I wasn't. I made posts twice a week, like the little stuff. I wasn't doing nothing, but I put thoughts in my mind. I wrote them down. I put them on Twitter, and today the world knows my name, and I'm getting paid to travel.
Wow. That's awesome.
You got to speak it. You got to speak it. You got to speak on it. I'm getting paid. I got a lot of stuff coming up, and and I'm saying all that to say, closing out on a good note, like, anything I want to tell somebody. I'm saying to say, like, sky's the limit. Like, don't small talk yourself. You big, you big. You just keep on going. Don't stop. I think a lot of people get distracted by others. They get distracted by others because they got friends and family around them. Like, if content is your dream, that's your dream. It ain't nobody else's dream. I don't expect nobody to love this more than me. I don't expect nobody. If I come to you, family member, and say, "Hey, get in this video," I don't expect nobody to, to love this more than me. But this is my dream. I've dreamed. I go on TikTok. I got that video somewhere. I literally recorded myself saying that because I felt like I have to bring it forward one day and show. It is very. It's real. Yeah, I got 3 phones. Somebody stole one of my phones. I'm thinking that video was in that phone. I literally sat down and I said that I was gonna go viral. Everybody was gonna know me. And it was a video on my dream. I did a video about what I dreamed. I just dreamed that I a little bit on Instagram back in April, more on Instagram and TikTok. And I dreamed I went viral on TikTok. But I woke up, I ain't TikTok like that. I took heed of my dream and I got my ass on TikTok like that. Now, what's going on in life is bigger than my dream. I dreamed I went viral on TikTok. I didn't dream about nothing else. Like, I got over 115 million views on TikTok in 28 days. I got over 20 million views on Instagram in 28 days. I got over 18 million views on Facebook in like 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
I got over, I think 2 million views on YouTube in like 2 weeks. YouTube is, I'm there, but that's crazy. That's crazy for me to see YouTube like that. Even though it's like maybe almost 3 million views in like maybe 10 days or something. Everything is going fast. But I feel like I should be an inspiration to anybody, no matter what you're going through, you can see it through. You can see it through. Just keep God first and just keep going. Like I'm going through a life changing event, breakup, a divorce, but I did not let that stop me from doing nothing. I did not let that stop me from doing nothing. I kept going. At a time, you thought I'd be somewhere at my lowest. At my lowest. So, saying all that to say, ain't no excuses. No excuses. Keep going. Take your story. We all go through something. Take your story, and you can't. We can't write a book. And we can't make a book. We can't put it in a book. Everybody ain't able. We can't go out here and make a movie on turn my us. We can't do that. But what you can do is you get on this free platform and tell your story in your own way. I sat down and I told my story one-on-one to the world. I went from having nobody to talk to at all, trust my information. Because when you talk to somebody, you got to put it out there. Like, you got to, what you're really going through, so they can really give you the best advice. You don't want, you want the best advice. You got to be open. You got to be honest. I had no open and honest with, So everything was right here. Everything was right here in my heart, my mind, and my heart.
Right.
So I got on TikTok. I didn't think that story would leave the city I live in.
Mm.
But I went from having nobody to talk to talking to millions of people and making millions of people laugh, pretty much laughing at my pain.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing I know one day I'm gonna look at this and I'm gonna be like, I'm glad I did that. I'm gonna be like, damn, I was really going through all that. Like looking back on my series, I'm gonna be real. Looking back on my series, I feel like I feel like every bit of what I was. I feel like I'm looking back like I'm not mad I did it though. But
Right.
I'm telling my story, see my story. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I was just I ain't my hair's all over the place. Like I want to get a haircut. Like but if you also tell that as I get deeper into my series, my spirits a lot. Like around 5, around 8, I'm starting the funny side of me. I'm mixing
Yeah.
in. I got comfortable. I got comfortable in like 13. I So saying all that was say y'all, whatever y'all do in life, y'all can do it. How old you is, how young you is, how black, how white. If you got low self-esteem, embrace it. If you got self-esteem, embrace it. If you got asthma, embrace it. If you feel like you too big to be on TV, embrace it. If you feel like you too skinny, embrace it. If you feel like you ugly, embrace it. If you're beautiful, embrace it. You can do whatever you want to do on this here platform. Whatever it is you want to do, take that tool, run with it, embrace it. Become the girl on the platform with the Taylor. Like you got people in wheelchairs that's embracing it.
Right.
They got their disabilities, they embracing it. Like they letting the world know, like, I'm in a wheelchair, but I'm not mentally crippled. You know, and they got patience, like whatever it is, embrace it. That's it. You funny, embrace it.
Thank you.
If you like to talk, embrace it. Talk about
Yeah.
it. It's a lot. So any if somebody's hindering doing it, we ain't gonna say I would have did this because such and such. Try to stop me. You in control of what you gotta do. That's pretty much it.
Wow. Thank you for that. You just shared a lot with us. I appreciate you, Tierra, taking the time out of your day to show us, show me some love on my little Facebook platform here. I really appreciate you.
I got you any day, anytime, any day, anytime. I got you, cuz.
Okay.
No, I do.
All right. Well, you continue to be blessed. I wish you well in all your endeavors and nothing but the best, man. Like, just don't forget about me, man. When you get up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? um, continue to do what you're doing. Continue to be an inspiration, making them big moves you're making. I wish you the best. And I love you. And
I love
yeah.
you. I
Enjoy the
love you,
rest of your
cuz.
day. Thank you. Thank you, everybody who stopped by, showing love. Thank you for the stars and everything, y'all. Remember, you are divine, so let your light shine. I'm out.
Love you.
All right.